Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. Answering your questions today. Today's question is on gear at the major league level. So things like gloves, cleats, bats, all that stuff. So gear and equipment. I've got asked a version of this question before, but I continue to get asked about it pretty much every single day. So I want to really go in depth again and explain exactly how you get your gear. Do you have to pay for it? How much can you get? All that stuff, okay? So when it comes to the major league level, we're going to go piece by piece, okay? So let's talk about first what you're supplied from the team, okay? So your team will supply you with this stuff, okay? You don't have to pay for it. It's completely free. Your helmet comes from the team, okay? Your hats, your game hats come from the team. Now you're going to get a game hat with pretty much every jersey combination that you have. Typically, you're going to get one game hat, and then if you need more, you can go get more. I was always someone that didn't need a whole lot of hats. So, I might, let's say with our home jerseys, I might throughout the year have to get another jersey or another hat if my hat gets really like sweaty and gross, which usually it doesn't because you have so many different uniforms. And a lot of times I'd wear a different hat in BP. So your hat usually stays pretty clean and pretty nice throughout the year. But if you need another hat, you just simply go to the clubby and say, hey, can I grab another hat? And they'll give you one, okay? So your hats are all supplied by the team. Let's keep moving down here. Jerseys, obviously from the team, okay? What you wear underneath, sometimes you can get from the team if you need something. So usually they'll give you a couple of things, but most of that stuff is going to be supplied through whoever you're sponsored by, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, okay? So that's that. Belt from the team, okay? Pants from the team. Now, pants and jersey tops, that stuff is going to be kind of custom fit for you. So what happens is typically in spring training, you're going to try all that stuff on, and they're going to get your measurements, okay? So a lot of times you'll try your pants on, they're going to measure you and say, pretty much you like your pants tight, you like them loose and baggy, do you want to wear your pants up? And they're going to figure out exactly what fits best for you, and then they're going to grab your pants, okay? Same thing for your shirt, okay? So that's all going to be fitted in spring training, and it's not like the minor leagues where you just walk in and you're trying a pair of pants, you're like, oh, I like these ones, I'll keep them. Oh, I like this shirt, I'll keep it. It's a little bit more custom for you, okay? And so it's usually the stuff fits really, really well, and you get it tailored exactly how you want it. All right, so that's how that works. Socks can come from the team, also going to come from your sponsorship, and that's pretty much it for that. Now let's talk about, BP top. So usually they're going to give you a couple different options for a BP top. You might have like a fleece option for some cold days. You're going to have like a short sleeve kind of pullover top for warm days. What else? I think that's pretty much it, okay? So that all comes from the team. Now, also actually bats. So bats are going to be supplied typically by the team as well. If you're in the major leagues, you can pretty much get almost as many bats as you want. Typically in spring training, I think you get like 18 in spring training, I think it is, and a lot of times those bats will last you through the year. If you go down to the minor leagues, and then they don't give you really bats anymore. Sometimes they give you some really crappy bats. They'll give you like 2 at a time. But if you stay in the major leagues, you can get more bats if you need it. They're going to buy your bats, okay? So that's how bats work. And that's pretty much all the stuff that the team is going to give you that they're going to pay for, okay? Now, let's go on to all the other stuff. So when you're talking about cleats and gloves and undershirts and all that stuff, batting gloves and all that, that's going to be not through the team, but through whoever you're sponsored by, okay? So typically, all the players at the major league level have some type of deal. Glove deal, cleat deal, bat deal. And it just depends on how good of a player you are, how much service time you have. If you're a guy that's been in the major leagues for a long time, If you're not, if you're someone that's kind of a lower draft pick or you're in the minor leagues, you may not have a deal, although a lot of guys get it. But once you get to the major leagues, it should be pretty easy for you to get a deal. So let me tell you how my deal worked. So I was drafted high, obviously, in the first round, so I was offered a lot of deals. What happens is I show up to I show up to single A. I'm in short season A, so I get drafted and I go right out to the Eugene Emeralds. And when I get out there, all of a sudden everyone just starts sending me stuff. So I'm getting like Nike stuff and Under Armour stuff and Reebok stuff and Adidas and New Balance and all this stuff. I just get to the clubhouse every day and I've got like boxes all over the place. So everyone kind of gets mad at you and jealous that you're getting all this stuff. I ended up giving a lot of the stuff away to people because I couldn't wear all that stuff. So I'm basically trying to figure out, okay, what do I want? What stuff do I really like and what do I want? And I decided to go with Nike. So when I signed with Nike, they offer like a head-to-toe deal. So you got to go all the way down, okay? So you can't like wear like Reebok cleats and Nike batting glove. And no. If you want to go Nike, you got to go everything Nike. So I decided to go everything Nike. So this is what they gave me. We'll start from the bottom this time. So cleats and turf shoes and sneakers and all that stuff. They give you all of that, okay? Now, I don't want to say it's unlimited, but I could call up and be like, hey, can I get another pair of shoes? Hey, I need another pair of cleats. Hey, can I get some more turfs? And they would send it to you. Now, if you're obnoxious about it, I'm sure they would have said, no, we're not sending you any more stuff. But I was never obnoxious about it. I actually probably should have asked for way more stuff. I only kind of asked for what I needed. But I had cleats, and I had a pair of turfs, and I had a pair of shoes to go walk around, outside of the field with. So that's what I did with my footwear, okay? Let's go up. Socks and stuff, they would send me socks if I wanted it higher. Sliding shorts. So sliding shorts that kind of go under your uniform, they send you a bunch of those. Most players wear sliding shorts, I'd say. And so those were all Nike. We go up higher. Shirts like this. So shirts that are going to go underneath your jersey. T-shirts. Long sleeve shirts like this. They're going to send you all that in your team color. So we were navy blue. So I have like a million navy blue long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts. They're just going to say Nike. They're not going to have the team logo. Like I said, the team will give you a couple of those, but then whoever you're sponsored by is going to give you a lot of those. So I had all those from Nike. Let's see, what else? Batting gloves. All Nike batting gloves. They're going to usually send you, I don't know, I'd probably get a box of 6 to 12 of them at a time. I was someone that personally didn't use a lot of batting gloves. Like some guys use different batting gloves every couple of games. I use the same ones pretty much every game. So maybe after like a month or two, I would get a new pair. Maybe not that long, probably a month. I'd get a new pair. I hated to wear brand new batting gloves, okay? So again, you could probably ask for a bunch of those and they'll send them to you. I never asked for a ton of those. All right, so that's batting gloves. Let's see, what else? Wristbands and stuff. Nike's going to supply, or whoever your sponsor is going to supply you with wristbands. For me, they would put in my number. So I was number 9 my first year. They'd give you a bunch of number 9s. What else? Glasses, so sunglasses, had Nike sunglasses. They would supply you with those. Gloves. So a fielding glove, they would supply you with. Now Nike, I hated Nike's gloves at that time. And Nike they weren't just getting into baseball, but they were kind of just getting into gloves, I think. And they were really poor gloves. I didn't like them. I've told this story before. I ended up telling them I needed a new glove. I said I didn't like it. They sent me a new glove. I didn't like that one either. And a glove is obviously super important for an infielder. So I ended up getting a Rollins glove and taking off all of the Rawlings symbols, and I just glued on Nike symbols on it to see if I could get away with it. And I ended up getting caught. Nike saw me and realized that I'd done that and basically told my agent, tell me to stop and put their gloves back on. And that was the point where I told my agent, I said, listen, I cannot use Nike gloves, so tell them that I either am not going to use their gloves and I'll keep wearing their other stuff, or if they don't like that, I'm just going to not be able to wear any of their stuff and I'm going to have to change companies because I can't wear their gloves. And they ended up coming back and saying, okay, that's fine, we'll let you wear a different glove. And I got Rawlings, which was, at that time, obviously a lot nicer. So that's how the glove thing went. So I was one of probably the only guys that wasn't head to toe Nike because I just refused to wear their gloves. What else am I forgetting? I think that's pretty much it. You can get like some winter gear, like winter hats and stuff like that. Bats. So we've talked about bats already. So you can get a bat deal if you want. Like Louisville Slugger offered me a bat deal, but it didn't make much sense because I had to sign a 10-year deal. So it was a 10-year deal, and basically I got free bats with my name and all that stuff into it. But here's the thing, if you're in the major leagues, you pretty much get free bats anyway, so that would only really be an advantage if it was in the minor leagues. But I never wanted to do it because I always thought, like, what if I sign this 10-year deal and I'm using the bat and all of a sudden a new bat comes out that I like more than Nike? Well, a bat's pretty important for a hitter, so I was like, I don't want to get caught and stuck in only using one company's bat. So I didn't sign that deal, okay? What else does Nike... So because you wear all their stuff, Nike will give you some money. They'll also give you some merchandise. So basically, I can't remember the exact amounts. It's a long time ago, but I usually get anywhere from like $3,000 to $5,000 a year in Nike stuff. So I could go on Nike.com and buy stuff, or I could go to a Nike store and buy stuff. And you might think like $3,000 to $5,000 isn't a ton, but it's a lot of stuff. Like, and I ended up giving a lot of it, like get my family stuff and buy friend stuff and buy Christmas presents with it and stuff like that. Golf clubs and all that. You can find a way to spend $3,000 to $5,000, and that's every year. So you get that it's not just a one-time thing. Every year that you have the deal. I ended up having a deal for I think 5 or 6 years. So and then depending on, like, everyone's contract's different. My contract was like if I'd won like certain awards or gotten a certain amount of at-bats, and I don't think I reached any of those because I didn't play enough in the major leagues, so I didn't really get anything. But some guys get like tons of stuff. I remember like Trevor Hoffman, he was a Nike guy. I remember he was like giving away shoes to like everyone on the team, and like he had so much stuff and probably so much merchandise money. He's just trying to like give his stuff away. So you get a lot of stuff if you're a really good player. If you're just like me and basically you got it because you're a first round pick, but then you did nothing really in the major leagues, you're not going to get as much stuff. So I think that covers everything. I'm pretty sure that pretty much is how gear and equipment work at the major league level. If I forgot something, which I'm sure I probably forgot something, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll try to help you guys out. Subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate that. Check out the description box below. We've got a deal going on with Plate Crate. If you click the link and type in Antonelli, get 50% off your first Plate Crate. We've also got a link to our Patreon site where you can help support the channel. We've got a bunch of other stuff, so definitely check all that out as well. And that's all I got. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.